Let me ask you something. Are the holidays already starting to feel heavy for you? If so, you're in the right place because I made this video just for you. Before we get into how to cope with depression during the holidays, I want to be completely honest with you. A few days ago, I started planning this video, writing down ideas, choosing a location to film, thinking about the right title, and as I was doing that, I paused to check in with myself, and honestly, I was depressed, and I'm actually depressed right now. And it's coming from a real place. I've got a lot of stories in my head, a lot of trauma, a lot of family drama. I think everyone's got that, but I have major depressive disorder, and my depression has been heavy this holiday season. And when I say heavy, I mean heavy. For me, my depression shows up in my body in the form of pain and making it almost impossible to move. Here is what my friend and licensed clinical psychologist, Dr. Mallory Malkin, had to say about it.
Feeling frozen is part of depression. Just feeling like everything's so effortful and that you're walking through mud.
And I'm showing up to record this anyway because I'm committed to supporting you, and at the same time, sharing this content with you and reviewing the video as it gets edited will help remind me about how to cope with my own depression as I navigate this holiday season. But here's why you should keep watching until the end. I'm going to walk you through some tips on how to cope with depression during the holidays and share a secret with you that will make your depression significantly more manageable during this time of year. I apply this information to manage my depression during the holiday season. All of these tips are simple, proven, and don't require you to pretend that everything is merry and bright. As a certified corporate wellness specialist and a mental health speaker, one of the biggest questions I get during this time of year is something like, how do I cope with depression when the whole world is celebrating? Today, I'm giving you the real answers, not sugar-coated ones. And I'm also going to share a perspective that some people might disagree with, but it's true for me and millions of other people, and that is, you don't have to enjoy the holidays. And you're not broken or negative or a Grinch or a bad person if you don't. I just want to get through this season and start the new year. Just get it over with. Here's exactly what we're going to cover today. Managing the thoughts going through your mind during the holidays, managing the physical symptoms of depression during the holidays, the big secret to coping with depression during the holidays, and my favorite one, how to set boundaries with family during the holidays. This video is also part of a series I've created on mental health during the holidays. If you haven't seen the video on coping with grief during the holidays, I encourage you to watch that one as well. Grief and depression are different, but they hang out on the same floor in the house, so it's important to address both. And before we begin, if you're really struggling or thinking of harming yourself or someone else, please call or text 988 at any time. Also, if you're interested in seeking professional help, which I encourage everyone to do, and I do, I've included some resources for affordable therapy in the description. Also, before we get going, if you'd like a free resource to help you regulate your central nervous system in less than 5 minutes, click the link in the description. Now, if you've been feeling that mix of sadness, pressure, or emotional fatigue as we move from Thanksgiving into New Year's, you're not alone. This season comes with all kinds of invisible expectations: family, work, society, especially those internal shoulds like how you should feel, what you should be doing, how much you should spend, or how your life should look. And let's be real, the comparison trap is everywhere. Ads coming onto your phone, your inbox, billboards, especially here in New York City. It can make everyone feel down. So if you want to go from this to this, keep watching because we're going to get straight into the content. And by the end of this video, you'll walk away with clarity, relief, and real tools you can start using today. My name is Mike Vini, and let's get started. Number 1, manage your thoughts through journaling. Both depression and grief can impair your thinking and decision-making. In fact, it's equivalent to driving under the influence when you're really in a dark place. Understanding that what you might be thinking may not be accurate, even if it feels real to you, is so important. In fact, right now, I'm going through that. I've been telling myself some stories about family, and in my mind, I can base it on facts that I can prove, but honestly, I'm depressed right now. I don't know if it's true. One way to help you manage your thoughts is by journaling. Here's what Dr. Malkin had to say about it.
Journaling, I think, is really, really powerful to kind of a safe way to express yourself on a routine basis. It can be very, very helpful.
To get started with journaling, all you need is a pen and a piece of paper. Some people like doing it in their mobile device. In my opinion, there's something about taking an actual pen to a piece of paper that just feels different than typing it on a computer or dictating it into a recording device. Just me, that's a personal preference. But here are two types of journaling that you can do. You can find journaling prompts online, or you can do something like a gratitude journal. I love doing this where I write down 15 things that I'm grateful for, 5 things from the past, 5 things from the present, and 5 things for the future. So I do that in anticipation of things that I want. Even talking about it, I'm starting to feel better. And the way I like to phrase each sentence is, I am grateful for and I appreciate blank because blank. So I am grateful for blank. I appreciate blank because blank. It's a great way to get your mind to a better place. Now, here's an action step that you can take right now. Start journaling. And if that feels like too much, simply jot down some things on a piece of paper. Just jot 3 things down on a piece of paper. That's all you need to do to get started. Number 2, manage the physical symptoms by doing things. Now, here's what not to do. Starbucks releases these cranberry bliss bars during the holiday season. I love candy canes. And if you are in New York City or Las Vegas, you need to check out Junior's cheesecake. Love it during the holiday season. I'll be honest, it's not a holiday season. It's a year-round issue for me, Junior's cheesecake. So Starbucks and Junior's, if you're watching this video, please contact me. They did not pay me to say anything about this. So the story that I tell myself about food is that it's the cure to my depression, but the truth is it only makes it worse. And then there's holiday gatherings where there's lots of alcohol and rich food, and people are just going and focused on gift giving and receiving and money and all this other stuff. And here's what Dr. Malkin had to say about this.
Physical, and you're right, a lot of physical symptoms come up. So being mindful of that, taking care of your body, making sure you're sleeping and keeping a regular sleep schedule, make sure you're not drinking too much, making sure you're not having too much caffeine late in the day, having a healthy meal, doing things to take care of you, because you're important, and reminding yourself of that, I think, is very key, because we forget about that when we're stuck in that dark place. The other thing would be, again, as simple as it is, find one enjoyable thing to do a day. When you feel stuck, part of behavioral activation, which is evidence-based for depression, is by naturally finding things that bring you joy and pleasure, you can build off of that. And all of those good feelings and good chemicals in your brain, they start to populate and they start to increase, and then you can build on that. And even if it brings you joy for only 30 seconds, that's 30 seconds you didn't have prior.
As I said to you earlier, my depression is heavy right now, and I woke up this morning in a dark place. It took about an hour, but I eventually got myself out of bed to sit up and meditate. That was the goal. Just do one thing, meditate. I felt slightly better and was able to go for a walk. Now, fast forward to hours later, I am filming this video for you. So here's your action step. Do one small thing that's healthy for you. If that's too much, simply drink a glass of water to get started. Number 3, the big secret to coping with depression during the holidays. Before I go into the secret, please leave a comment below and let me know what's one thing that you're doing today to take care of yourself. Even if it's just drinking water, please leave a comment below. The big secret is amplification. Everything is amplified during the holidays with family, work, society, and financial stress. Because everything is amplified, you need to amplify your depression management. For example, I generally meditate 2 times a day. I've been striving to get a 3rd session in. I go to the gym 4 times a week, but I'm also trying to walk outside every day. Here are some examples of things that you can do. drinking a full glass of water before checking your phone, a tiny reset that grounds your body, taking a 5-minute walk just to get some fresh air, not a workout, just some movement, doing one extra meditation session or breathing exercise, even 60 seconds counts, saying no to one thing that drains you, protecting your energy is self-care, putting your phone on Do Not Disturb for 10 minutes, a small break from the noise. Making your bed, a quick win that helps you feel a little more in control. Listening to calming music while you shower, turning those routine moments into soothing ones. Texting a friend or loved one to say hello. Connection helps, even if it's brief. Eating one meal mindfully instead of rushing, a simple way to slow down and regulate your central nervous system. Sitting still for 30 seconds and taking 3 deep breaths. A micro moment of reset. So here's an action step for you. What's one thing that you can do today to amplify your self-care for managing depression during the holidays? Number 4, how to set boundaries with family during the holidays. I have saved the best for last. Mental health issues and people issues go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. And here's something to understand about boundaries. In the book, The Power of a Positive No by William Ury, which I will put a link to in the description, he says that we don't say no to people because we feel it will damage a relationship, but then we end up saying yes and then resenting the fact that we said yes to whatever it is that we said yes to. And here's the thing about boundaries during the holidays. Once you start setting them, a whole new challenge shows up. How do you actually stick to them without feeling guilty or getting pulled back into old family patterns? If that's something that you struggle with, I've got a video where I walk you through exactly how to set boundaries with family without losing your mind. It'll give you the wording, the mindset, and the confidence you need, especially during the holiday pressure cooker. I'm posting it right here on the screen, so tap it and watch it next. And if you found this video helpful, click that like button and subscribe, and please share it with a friend or family member who needs this right now. Tap the video on your screen, and I'll see you in the next video.